Hello, welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and we are on the journey on the 6-day card readings to uncover what your spirit guides and angels might be wanting you to discover right now or to know. And so I'm just going to pull the doors for today. We're doing a 222, so we're doing two affirmation slash charm cards and 2 oracle cards and 2 tarot cards. So I want to welcome you to my channel. It's a new channel, and I'm excited to have you join me. If you do like what you are receiving, if you could please like and there we go. 1, 2, 3. If you could like, share, and subscribe, I would appreciate it. My goal is to be able to give you insight, guidance, and intuitive confirmation around your soul journey to hopefully bring you closer to help you to stay on the path and bring you even closer to joy, love, and abundance in your life. So thank you for joining. These are going to be the cards that you can choose from your pick a pile. And what we'll do is I'll go ahead and put the crystals down. I feel like this is the second one. This is the Adventurine. And I read Jasper. And then we'll do the Opal for reading 3. So this will be 1, 2, and 3. Red Jasper, the Adventurine, and the Opal. And these are the doors. And then directly following this, I will pick the rest of the cards so you can follow that. Or you can go down to the timestamps and click directly into the reading that you have chosen. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, so I'm going to pause for a second, and then I will go into picking the rest of the piles. So you're welcome to see that as well. Okay, we'll continue on with the pile picking. So these are the charm cards, and I'm just going to pick one of these for each of the piles, since we already have kind of an affirmation card. This way. So I'm going to pull these down. This will be 2, and let's see what we get for 3. Okay, I hope you all are having a beautiful, joyful day, and hopefully this reading will give you some additional insight. These are the oracle cards. They are flower oracle cards, and sometimes they can provide a bit of medicine. As well sometimes, because flower essences can be helpful. It looks like it's going to be for 1. And so Spirit, if you can give me what we should have. I feel like that should be 2. And then if we can get the card for 3. Oh, no, this one. Okay, so that one's for 3. And then the other oracle cards are going to come from the Crow deck. Crow oracle cards. We're going to pull 1 card from the Crow deck for each pile. So for pile number 1, Spirit, what guidance might Crow deck be able to offer? That's what, oops, looks like these are them. It's going to be 2, and that is going to be 3. All right. So those are the oracle decks, and then we're going to pull 2 tarot cards to round out our 222. So these are going to be, oh, Spirit, if you can guide my hands to pull the right cards for those souls that choose pile number 1. Okay, so that's 1, and I feel like it's this card right here. 2, and then we'll pull 2 cards for pile number 2. Oops. Pile number 2. Doesn't look like it's going to be that one. Oops. And that one. And for pile number 3. Oh, this one is out to me. 3. And 3. Okay. That is going to be our quick 222 reading. All right. So we have crow deck will go at the bottom, row, flower deck. This is what we have for pile number 3 with the opal. This is what we've got for pile number 2, the Adventurine. All right. And this is what we've got for pile number 1 with the red Jasper. All right. See you in your piles. Hello, welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade. So if you have chosen the red Jasper and this door card right here, this is going to be your reading, okay? So again, we are diving into what do your guides, angels want you to discover right now? What do you need to know? And we're doing just some quick like delves in to kind of see what some general messages are for you at this time. And this is day 3 of this 6-day series of readings that I'm doing with the 222. So this is for pile number 1. So welcome. And the card that you chose, it says a distant kiss in a prayer flag. I wish of all wishes that you were here through sunlight and rain. I need you near. Okay. And this is the image. These are the, I want to say Tibetan prayer flags that are hung up for until they disintegrate, really. But I feel like what the message that I'm getting from this card right now is that your guides are saying, beloved, like, we're missing you. So it may be that there are a lot of different ways in which we connect with spirit, right? Whether that be, a fundamental religion, tradition, or meditation practice, or even just in our own minds, reaching out to a higher power that is greater than ours. And I feel like your spirit guides are saying that, we are here for you. And, it says through sunlight and in rain. So in your joy and in your sorrow, we are here for you. So even if you feel like maybe you're going through a tough time of some kind, there is still the opportunity to reach out to a source that is higher than you, because they are like that flag that is just still hanging there waiting for you. Okay. So that's the message that I see from that card. I'm hoping that you can see that in the camera. Okay. A distant kiss in a prayer flag. Okay. The charm card that you got is the pink bow. The pink bow. And it says you are an example to be, so be mindful of who's watching. Okay. Look more into inner child healing. Express more kindness. It's who you are, and the people around you need more of it. Okay, so the pink bow, interesting. All right, so that's a very clear message, just to tap into the essential joy in you, the essential spirit in you that is kind, right? And to be able to show more of who you are and how that shows up. The way we show kindness is very diverse. Like there's some people, may say a lot of kind words, and some people maybe offer gifts. Maybe some people are just a listening ear. However it is that you show kindness to others, your guides are just saying, be that person, tap into that person. Perhaps maybe you've been going through a tough time, and this is why they're saying they miss you. And so you've kind of pulled a little bit further away from yourself, right? And they're asking you to kind of return to your essential essence. And you'll find that your essential essence is really more, when we think about like who we are at our core, it's really more of a space of joy and love and balance and peace. Like that, the essentialness of who we are, that gets clouded and layered on by the things that we have to deal with in everyday life, and just our life journey, our soul experience, and the ways that we're impacted. And so this is really a reminder to return to the beginning, if you will, return to your core essence of who you are as an individual. And if you're not clear on who that is, take time to be able to sit into, because it says like do more inner child healing, right? So really, going back to that space of who you were before things started to kind of taint you on your journey in some way, and return to that energy. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so this next card is your Flower Oracle card. Wow, I love that. Look at that. Okay, yarrow. So this is a flower, yarrow. And what I'm seeing in this card, like right away, is it sort of feels like a divine, a protective spirit, right? Like it feels like, in regards to the question of what do your guides or angels, want you to discover or know, is like, one, that they are there with you, they are guiding you, they are protecting you, they are surrounding you with their protection, and that you within yourself have the power to actually protect yourself as well. And I'm going to get some additional guidance on this, but I feel very strongly that this is about, a protective shield. So it's really looking at this sort of protective shield around you. The energy of this, the essence of this flower, the yarrow flower, is banishing any negativity, divination, healing, releasing negative emotions, right? So that's kind of bringing me back to this sort of inner child work that we're seeing here. It's saying that, this warrior image, if you look at him, he's like confident, right? He is confident in knowing that he has the power of defensiveness. He is able to provide protection because he knows his craft. He knows the art of I don't want to say war, but like of being a protector, right? And so this energy is really with you, and it's saying you need to call on these divine protective energies, and then just relax and trust that you are fully taken care of. You're indeed protected. Okay, and one simple way to do it is sort of what I was starting to allude to there earlier, is this idea of going into a meditative state. So you can close your eyes, center yourself as you breathe in and breathe out. You can breathe away any tension or fear, and then allow yourself to consciously connect. So to connect to the universe and the higher spirits and energies that are around you, that are providing protection. Feel the light and energy coming from the cosmos, from the bottom of your feet all the way up, and then from the top of your head. Allow the light of the cosmos to flow both in and out. You can imagine a white light that is circling around you, almost like vibrating or emanating a very powerful protective energy. And you can just sit in that energy field. When you feel a sense of fear or worry about things that may be going on right now, all of you beloved souls that chose pile number 1, this is a space in which you can always return to, imagining this white light surrounding the whole of you and protecting you in the moment. So that when you are covered in this, when you know you are protected, you can move from a place that is not from a place of fear, but is from a place of confidence and from a place of power and moving forward, okay? If you're concerned about anyone or anything, the guides are saying to stop worrying, because you are being protected right now. You have protective energies around you. This is a beautiful message from the higher energies that are around you. So don't allow persons, places, or situations to drain you, to actually drain your energy. Allow yourself to stand fully in your power. Okay, cleanse yourself of fear and allow yourself to release and move forward. This is going to help you to be able to move forward in the work that you're trying to do right now. Okay, so this is a beautiful card. It is the yarrow. If you do any work with essential oils or anything like that, you can find the yarrow essential oil and use that. That might be a good medicine for you at this time. All right, so that's that. Let's jump into your tarot. Okay, these two cards are, because of the YouTube guidelines, need to cover some of those. So what you have here is the Moon and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, all right. So the Three of Pentacles is really speaking about a project. It could be a community project, because oftentimes the threes talks about community in some way, but really what I'm seeing here is almost like not an apprenticeship, but something that you're working on in which someone, it could be an apprenticeship, but someone that, you know, is maybe higher above you, or is you're learning from someone else, and they're actually, this card is denoting that they are really proud of what you're doing. There may be something that you're doing and bringing forward that is going to be recognized in some way in the future, and that this card is encouraging you to keep moving forward with the project that you're working on. But because this is in alignment, or is showing up here with the Moon card, so the Moon card often speaks of like sort of mystery, underlying feelings, something being unseen or unknown. All right. It also can speak to, you know, this idea that wild energies come out at night. And so it's the time to allow yourself to be sort of free flowing and a little bit more wild with it. But what I'm actually getting here in the connection with these two readings is that there may be something going on underneath the surface of the project that you're going, something that you're not aware of. You might not be aware of the fact that what you're actually working on is something that is truly going to benefit not only yourself, but also kind of the larger community in the long run. And larger community could be your family, or any communities in which which you sort of live and work in and live life with. Okay. The Moon card is also gives an eye to me about leaning onto your intuition, so that if something is not 100% clear to you right now, you allow your intuition to help guide you in this project. So if you have been, uneasy is not the word. If you've just been cognizant maybe, or aware that something else is going on underneath the surface, listen to your intuition and act accordingly. How that might make you need to shift how you're working in some way. I'm hearing like, I don't know if it's like change your hours or work at a different time, or maybe work with different people on the project, or if there's someone that you wanted to bring into the project that you were questioning whether or not they would work well with the other folks. I'm getting the sense that you need to take a risk and go ahead and follow your gut, your intuition around how to move things forward here. You have been a diligent student, and so your guides are saying that these cards are saying that you have what it takes to continue to move this project forward to a successful outcome, or at least to a successful next phase, next step. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing here with the reading of these two cards. And then the final oracle card that we have. Wow. Okay. So here we are again with protection. Wow. Yeah, definitely whatever risk you feel like you need to take right now. And also what I'm getting, I'm getting two things. One is that there may be a need for you to have some level of protection around your ideas or something that you're birthing right now, whether or not it be a project, an idea, something. It could be something to do with work, or it could be something to do with sort of building a foundation of some kind, which could also be relationship, could also be family, could be also that. But there's a sense of sort of protecting your idea of what you are wanting to birth right now. That is for you. The other piece of that is that your guides are saying, as they've said here, like we are a protective force, right? And now it's being reinforced here, that crows are very protective of the things that are theirs. Okay. And there is this very clear, this is such a noble, like protective energy. It really feels like a guardian spirit that is watching over, kind of has their eye over, that there are other energies that are sort of watching over you and watching over your ideas and what you're bringing to fruition. So beautiful souls that chose pile number 1. This is a really lovely reading about overall protection from the higher realms as you're doing the work that you're doing. It's reminding you that they are always there. You can return to them whether or not you're in joy or in pain. Sometimes the best prayer is just help. Sometimes the best prayer is just help. And so I want to remind you of that. I think this is a beautiful reading, reminding you that you are protected, and that in particular to your day-to-day life, to really be thinking about making sure you're protecting your ideas, but taking the risk to move forward once you're clear with your intuition on how to move forward. Beautiful reading. Thank you for coming today, and I'll look forward to seeing you at another time. Beautiful souls who chose pile number 1, have a joyful day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. So if you had chosen the Adventurine crystal and this door, this is going to be your pile. Again, this is the Abundant Joy Tarot, and this is Ade, and we're just doing our quick 222 readings on what your spirit guides and angels want you to discover, what they want you to know. So the card that you chose was palmistry. Okay, so fortune and tarot, collective destiny. The palm lines from birth tell your sacred palmistry. Listen to the notes of intuition. Okay, listen to the notes of intuition. So some of you, if you have ever delved into palmistry, this might be something that you're interested in. This study of the, of your hands, really, and the lines on your hands. I don't know much about it, so I can't really speak to it, but I have I think I had a palm reading at one point. So you may want to jump into that. But what is jumping out to me in my mind in this card right now is this idea of collective destiny and understanding that the work that you're doing, that your connections with the people around you are, that we are all linked, right? So the message that I'm hearing is that you need to be mindful about how it is that you are linked right now within your community, because all of our destinies are linked, right? And so there is a collective destiny that they are speaking to. Now this is interesting. Okay, so the charm that you have is the black cat. Now the black cat is saying, take more time for meditation, deep breaths, or yoga. Slow down your thoughts and focus on the present moment. All right, that's a wonderful message, because oftentimes when we are in our daily grind, we don't take the time to actually just slow down. And it's in those moments where we can get the creative ideas that we need, or the push, the energy that we need to be able to move ourselves forward in some way. This is also talking about balance. Your life needs more balance and organization. Prioritize more of what is important to you. All right, so sort of leaning into that space of what is it that you really want to be doing, as opposed to what it is that you're just kind of going through the motions of doing. And in order to be able to tap into that, you got to slow down a little bit, love. So all of those who chose pile number 2, this is a message to really slow down. Think about how to move forward, and the ways that one way that you can slow down is through meditation. And that can be as simple as just sitting down and taking some breaths. Okay. See the good traits within yourself and others. Focus less on judgment and negativity. Remember that whatever energies you're putting out there are coming back to you. They're a part of what is in your inner world. So if you're focusing on negativity, if you're focusing on judging other people, then you're actually judging yourself as well. So this card is really saying, okay, loves, make sure that you're focusing on what is working. What are the good traits in other people around you, because that will then multiply and come back to you tenfold in terms of people thinking positive things and focusing on what your good traits are. Now, these flower oracles, as I said before, these are great cards to be able to kind of think about the medicine. Wow, that is beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so this is the Datura card. I believe this is the flower essence that it's referring to. You can see there, wow, look at her. She's like looking into like a crystal ball. It kind of reminds me of this idea of palmistry, or being able to sort of look into the future, look into that. And a lot of times we think of that as that being outside of ourselves. Oh, we need to go get a reading, or oh, we need to do that. But actually it is truly our intuition. We just all have different skills with our intuition. Our intuition shows up in different ways, and oftentimes we discount what is actually our true birthright of skills, right? Whether you hear certain things, or you like have a reflection, you see something differently, or you just have a thought that goes through your head, or maybe you hear a sound, or maybe there's a smell that comes into your mind that reminds you of something. All of these things can be signals around how to move yourself forward in some way. But particularly the Datura, this flower is about true motives. So it's kind of it's interesting because we've got the black cat, so it kind of, we sort of got this energy, we've got the palmistry energy, and then we've sort of got this crystal ball going on. And what she's really talking about is hidden energies. And what it's talking about is concealment, that there's something here that may be concealed or invisible. It talks about making sure you're leaning unto your discernment, your intuitive energy. She counsels you to look beyond the surface, look into the depths, what is lying underneath. All right. And so that is not only with your situation that you're thinking about, but also yourself. Okay. Are you being truly honest with yourself about your intentions and about your desires? Is there something that you will benefit from finally allowing yourself to admit to yourself? And the way that you get there is to relax, look deeply, allow divine clarity to dissolve any of the fog and cut through any secrets or illusions that might be present for you, okay, right now. And that sometimes can be tough, because when we are trying not to look at something, we have all kind of ways of deceiving ourselves from seeing what it is that we really need to see. And this card is really calling for you to take a deeper look within yourself, within your own feelings, and also within the situation that you're dealing with. Communication happens at all levels. Are there levels of the communication that you're dealing with in the situation that you're dealing with that you are choosing to ignore? Okay. Choosing to ignore something does not make it go away. All right. It just means that you're not looking at it at that time, but that doesn't mean it's not festering underneath. So at some point, you've got to look at it in truth and in light. Okay. So the time may be right for you to look more deeply into the motivation of others as well. Be assured that when you align with universal energies, you have nothing to fear. So when you lean in on your guardians, they're really saying, it's okay. It's okay to look clearly and honestly at what are the motivations. We usually know. We know if somebody is not being totally honest with us. We know if the situation is funky in some way, deceitful in some way, if there's some activity going on underneath. We typically can feel it in our spirit. If we allow ourselves to really sink in, we can feel it. All right. And so Spirit is really saying, hey, take a look, go a little bit deeper, look at the truth of it, know that we got you, and you will get to the other side of this. Be honest about your own true motives. All right. Don't take this situation at face value. There's more to it than you presently realize. All right. There may be some secrets involved in your situation, but just call on the divine to bestow light and clarity. So oftentimes we don't want that light and clarity because there's a part of us that's like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to face it. But this card is really saying, ask for light and clarity, ask for truth, and ask for the fortitude, stability to be able to handle the truth and move in ways that make sense, because ultimately that is really where you want to be, loves. That's where you want to be. So pile 2. And if you're to that, wonderful. Wow. Okay, you've got the 3 of Cups as your tarot and the 9 of Pentacles. This is such a lovely combination because the 3 of Cups is all about celebration and community. It may be that you have achieved something recently or somebody in your community has achieved something recently, but regardless, it's about party, okay? This is all about party time, okay? So, and there may be something going on underneath that you need to be aware of, that you need to see the truth around it. But ultimately, there is a celebration here, okay? There is a celebration here because on top of that, this is the 9 of Pentacles, which is a wonderful card about self-realization and self-abundance. Coming to that place of like, you've worked hard, you've put in the time, you've put in the energy, and now it's time for the harvest. And you are really standing in the midst of all of these great riches and abundance of at all levels of your life. Okay, that's what this 9 of Pentacles is. So if you're not feeling that right now, my loves, then you know that this is coming, that your guides are saying that your 9 of Pentacles is coming. Your sense of a stable abundance that is the result of your hard work is coming to fruition. Okay, it is coming into the space of right now. That is beautiful. So again, you just want to be able to look at the truth of things so that you can come to this place of celebration, okay? Celebration. So the final card, beautiful, beautiful. So the Crow card that you've got is balance, balance. All right, and the balance card here, I think is really saying, it's kind of reminding me that you need to make, just keep getting like, you need to look something straight in the eye. Look something straight in the eye. Look the truth straight in the eye so that all of the pieces can fall into place. You cannot achieve balance without truth. Okay, so you need to have truth. All right. When balance appears, so when this card shows up, all right, it is talking about your need to really lean on your inner strength. And when we're really looking at something, when we're really looking at the truth of something, that's when you really do have to lean on your inner strength because it can be difficult, okay? But as an approaching situation, it may test your ability to stay cool and composed. So as you begin to look at the truth of things, it may be a little challenging for you. Okay, it's just like the wind. It might want to knock you off, you know, and if this crow was here and the wind was going, that wind might be trying to knock them off of their balance. Okay, but they're asking you to stay balanced, hold on, and balance yourself through whatever that might be, whatever that wind might be that's happening in your life, because ultimately you're coming to a place of celebration and abundance. And this is not a fleeting abundance. This is a solid abundance that's come from work and has some longevity here. Okay. There may be some reorganizing that needs to happen in your life or within your daily schedule to make sure that you're balancing all aspects of your life. It can be as simple as you looking very closely at what is the truth about your life, and that you've been pushing and pushing and pushing to get to this beautiful pentacle, and that now things need to shift a little bit about what you're prioritizing and what you need to do. Okay. And this is what I see for you beautiful souls that chose pile number 2. There's some really great wisdom here around making sure that you're looking at the truth of things. Be sure that understand that when you are revealing truths in your life, allowing those things to come through, that's when it brings me back to this leaning on meditation. Slow down your thoughts and focus. Take a step back from the situation before you react. Allow yourself to see the truth, breathe on it, figure out what your next move is and how you can stay balanced in the situation. Beautiful message, loves. I hope you all have a joyful day. Thank you for joining me at Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and I look forward to seeing you at the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Okay, welcome to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and you have chosen pile 3 if you chose this opal crystal and this door here. And what we're talking about today is we're investigating what your spirit guides or angels may be wanting you to discover, and what you may need to know. All right, so we're just doing a set of quick readings. This is day 3 of those readings, and I'm doing a series of 6. And these are the 222 readings. Okay, so the first card, the one that you actually chose, is Trust the Universe. Beautiful. Trust the universe. And it says here, intuition has wandered and led you astray. The timing's not yours, but the universe at play. So have faith and breathe. Okay, so it may be that there's something that you're dealing with right now where something has kind of led you astray in your thinking, right? Not so much intuition, I would say, but really kind of more in your thinking. Something has led you astray, and that you also may be feeling like you're in a bit of a holding pattern, and that things are not working out in the timing that you had wanted them to come to fruition. But the card is saying, and what I'm hearing is that, this card says very clearly, have faith and breathe, trust in the universe. When we trust in the universe, there's a bit of surrender that needs to happen, right? Because if you're going to trust in someone else, if you think just that, I'm trusting in my friend, I'm trusting in my partner, I'm trusting in, whatever it may be, in order to trust in something, you have to surrender in some ways. And so to trust in the universe, I feel like this is saying, the beautiful souls that chose pile number 3, you're going to need to surrender a bit. Let go of control a bit and allow the universe to open up for you what needs to happen in this situation. Okay. The other charm card that you pulled is binoculars. Look at that. Interesting. Okay. So it says, look closer at the situation, explore something somewhere new, watch from a distance, but don't get involved. And so that to me kind of resonates well with this idea of trusting in the universe and letting go control, that there's a sense of you need to move more into the space of the observer as opposed to the actor, okay, in some aspect of the situation that you're dealing with right now, okay? You can look closely at the situation, make sure you're seeing what's going on beyond the surface, but what I'm hearing is don't react right away. Just allow yourself to observe and see how the situation unfolds, and lean not unto your own understanding, but lean unto the universe and the higher powers that you lean into, okay? Your oracle card. Oh, what a lovely card. Okay, so this is magnolia. So I live in the southern region of the United States, and there are magnolia trees all over here. And the magnolia flower is a really beautiful flower. I grew up seeing this flower. One of the things that I really love about this flower is it's sturdy. It's like a really, really sturdy flower, and it's white and it's gorgeous, and it's just really, really beautiful. And the image of this here is, to me, really about stepping into your power. And it's like, it looks like divine feminine power. Not talking about genders, you could be male or female looking at this, but just sort of stepping into the sense of your own personal power, right? That magnolia flower is really beautiful. It's also about awakening ancient wisdom, energy, independence, personal power, wonderment, and awe. Okay. And when I think about trusting in the universe, it is about a sense of like stepping fully into who you are and stepping into your power, because we are all connected, right? We're all connected to the universal themes. Okay. So it's saying that like your wisdom is ancient, your roots go deep. Now is the time to stand in your power, recognize your true identity, and let any illusions of lack or weakness just fall away. Okay. This magnolia flower is also speaking to kind of norms or limiting beliefs. Okay. So limiting beliefs that we've had that keep us from seeing our true power and stepping fully into our true power. This card is asking you to draw upon your ancestral wisdom and your ancestral support systems, okay? Let go of, as I said, the limiting beliefs about yourself. Recognize your true divine power and identity, and act, that's the key part, act from this recognition, not from any perceived lack or weakness. So it's really asking you to stand your ground in something. You know, the guides are saying, really stand your ground, know your own personal power, know that you are connected to a much greater, larger power, and toss aside any belief that you are not whatever it is that you're holding. Like, it just feels like there may be whatever is coming to mind right now, like around a limiting belief for you, let it fall away. You are beautiful. You are divine. You are powerful. You are smart. You are capable. You are more than capable. Okay. And so you need to step fully into your power and see your highest and truest good. Okay. If you've made any agreements, whether or not they are conscious or unconscious, that limits your power in any way, it's time to let it go. Okay. If you've been assuming anything negative about yourself, it's time to let it go. All right. Just trust and believe in your own feminine power, I didn't mean to say feminine power, but just in your own power, whether you be feminine or masculine. Okay, just stand in your own power. Beautiful message from this this flower, the magnolia. The cards that you have, the tarot cards that you pulled, the two cards that you have here are, oh, wonderful. Okay, so this is the Knight of Pentacles. Now the Knight of Pentacles is an energy of someone that works really hard, is very diligent about their work, takes their time with their works, gets into the details of their work, okay, and is precise, and it doesn't have any problem with maybe burning the midnight oil, if you will, staying, to get everything done, okay. That is what this energy is talking about. You may be working really hard on something, putting your all into it. You leave no stone unturned, right? You really dig in and make sure all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, okay? You're really putting in the work, and that's a beautiful thing, and your guides are sort of acknowledging you for that and really celebrating that. This is incredible energy, and not everybody can do that. So it's really powerful that you are able to do that, and it's good, and it's even like as this horse is standing there, he's like, steady and strong and assured, and things will come. Your success is is certain. Okay, your success is certain with the work and time that you're putting into something. But in conjunction with this card of the balance, so of temperance. So temperance is about balancing all aspects of something. She's got one foot on the land and one foot in the water. The feelings and the thoughts, right? She's really balancing what is in the material world and what is in the intuitive world. All right. This card is asking you to make sure that even as you're burning the midnight oil, that you are bringing balance into your life, all aspects of your life. If you've been focusing deeply into one thing on a project, maybe you've been focusing really hard on work or, I don't know, some aspect of your life. If you've got all your eggs in that basket, Spirit is asking you to balance it out so that your good can show up in other aspects of your life as well. All right. So that is what these two cards are really calling for here in this sort of quick reading here. And then, oh, interesting. Okay, so your final oracle card is fear. And you notice here, oh, fear can be such a limiting thing for us. It can really take control of us and stop us from having creative ideas about things, moving a project forward in some way, or just, being able to step fully in our power, right? Like fear is one of those emotions that can kind of take over. You notice that all the rest of the crows are back here and they're afraid to kind of deal with this scarecrow, right? But this one crow is in there and he's in full force, standing in his power, right? And facing this scarecrow. Sometimes things that we think are scary are not as scary. And when we actually face them, it is the standing back and standing in the shadow of like, oh, what is this thing? What is this big scary thing that makes it grow in size, right? But when you approach it and look at it straight in its face, your fear can begin to dissipate. Okay, it does take courage to do that. But all of you beautiful souls that chose pile number 3, I trust and believe that you have that courage because you're going to trust in the universe. All right, you're going to look at the situation more closely, take a step back and look at it from the distance, and then be able to go in clearly because you've already seen, oh, this is a scarecrow. It's not actually moving. It's not going to be able to hurt me, right? So by doing that work and trusting in the universe and then standing fully in your power, you'll be able to dissipate these fears, any fears that you might be dealing with right now in your current situation and in your life. This is a beautiful reading. All of you souls that chose pile number 3, I hope that you were able to gain something from this that you'll be able to use right away in your life and in your current situation. I want to thank you again for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade. And if you have liked what you heard or are receiving some benefit from these readings, I ask you to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as I continue to try to grow this community so that we can provide guidance and support on your soul journey toward joy, love, and abundance. Thank you. I hope you have a joyful day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye, everyone.